Hello again, Futurists, and welcome to my final review for the Future Movie Gang. This time I'll be covering Frankenrobot, directed by Jack Schreier, starring Frank Langella, Peter Sarsgaard, Susan Sarandon, and James Marsden. The movie is about an elderly gentleman, Frank, who suffers from dementia. With the concern of his family, a robot is sent to Frank to aid with his daily routine. However, as Frank is an ex-con, Robot and Frank decide to be a little bit mischievous. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. The best part of the film was definitely the chemistry between the two leads. As Frank is initially skeptical of Robot's presence, he eventually grows fond of him, and they relive Frank's glory days of being a master thief. The best parts of the movie are Robot and Frank interacting with each other on a daily basis, but also during the heist scene where Frank's knowledge and experience, partnered with Robot's utilities, make them a duo not to be underestimated. Other great moments of the film were of course the character, Robot. I really liked the simple companion design they had. The design was actually based on robots from Japan that function similar to taking care of elderly. Furthermore, I also want to give credit to the person inside the suit, Rachel. She's a dancer and actress who was cast as a robot, and her movements were so spot on that it was surprising that someone was actually wearing a suit. All in all, a very heartwarming movie that doesn't require amazing visual effects to bolster the sci-fi aspect of the genre. A great movie to watch. I would rate this movie an 8 out of 10. And yes, I would recommend the film. Alrighty, Futurists, I hope you enjoyed the review component of the video. Let's get into the nitty-gritty side of things. There are so many popular AIs that are available at our fingertips. I think the first experience that I had with AI was the website Cleverbot. You would basically have a conversation with them, and they would respond with a straightforward response. That can be seen as humorous. That was a while ago. Present day, I'd lived with AI like Siri, as I am an Apple user. Anyways, enough about me. How is AI? In the broadest sense, of course. AI has been stated to have so much in store for it. It's been rumored to play a crucial role in many doomsday scenarios, like the loss of jobs. There are multiple studies that suggest that the self-employed are at higher risk of losing their job due to automation. This basically sets the foundation of the movie, as Frank's son Hunter purchases a robot as opposed to the reluctance of sending him to a nursing home or hiring a caretaker. However, when requiring negotiation, collaboration, and making complex decisions, AI seems to have difficulty in completing these sorts of tasks, as well as becoming more adaptable to those sorts of roles. This then makes roles such as doctors and lawyers less vulnerable to having the possibility of an automation replacing them. This is why in movies we see AI take on menial jobs, like garbage collection, or in the Robot and Frank's case, being a caretaker. Not to discredit those occupations, it just doesn't need as much of a qualification than, say, a neurosurgeon would. So where are we in AI tech today? AI tech has ranged from many different types of daily utilities, from cars to riding to robotic animals. Let's start with how cars have been transformed with AI. Although not fully autonomous, self-driving cars are already for sale. The advancements in AI have contributed so much to the growth of the automotive industry. Its variety is astonishing as cars, trucks, buses, and bikes have all been influenced by AI. Uber began testing self-driving vehicles in 2016 with their own modified Volvos. After a few setbacks, they eventually resumed the following year. Also, AI's capabilities range also to be an assistant driver. They can detect whether a person is in the vehicle and monitors the maintenance. AI has also been used within organizations like the New York Times, Washington Post, Yahoo, and other media companies. They have the ability to create over 30,000 stories a month and have the ability to write more creatively, such as poetry and novels. The way it works is by using natural language generation, NLG. NLG is already used for business data reports, emails, and financial portfolios. The first step is to decide what type of content is required and then create a fitting narrative. And the last example that I'll be talking about, and the one that's the most prevalent to the film, is real-life robots. Robotic technology is constantly improving, and tech companies have already developed impressive robots. For instance, you have the Robear, that's designed to lift elderly patients back and forth from a bed to a wheelchair. Then you have Spot, the robot dog, created by Boston Dynamics. He's a hydraulic dog that can climb, trot, etc. There's also the Cyberdog, which is capable of moving 3.2 meters per second. That's so amazing. And then there's also the soccer field pitch drawer that was created by Nissan. Apparently it's only the first prototype of many. Well, futurists, I hope you enjoyed my final review for this channel. I definitely enjoyed making these types of videos, not only because I got to watch some amazing films, but I was also able to delve into some amazing future concepts. Anyways, of course, drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And futurists, maybe I'll see you in the future.